Whispers of the past. In the heart of an ancient forest, nestled between towering trees and hidden from the world, lay a small, forgotten village. Time had worn away its memory, and now, only the forest knew of its existence. The village was once a thriving place, filled with the laughter of children and the songs of villagers. But now, it was a mere shadow, a whisper in the wind. The villagers had long gone, leaving behind empty homes and overgrown gardens. Yet, something lingered in the air, a presence that could not be explained. Those who dared to venture near would often speak of voices carried on the breeze, voices that seemed to tell stories of a time long past. One autumn evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, a young woman named Alara found herself drawn to the forest. She had heard the tales of the forgotten village and the whispers that echoed through the trees. Curiosity, and something deeper, pulled her toward the unknown. As Alara stepped into the forest, the world around her seemed to change. The air grew cooler, and the sounds of the modern world faded away, replaced by the rustling of leaves and the soft murmur of the wind. She walked for what felt like hours, the trees growing denser, their branches forming a canopy that blocked out the sky. Finally, she came upon the village. It was exactly as the stories described, desolate and forgotten. The houses were crumbling, their walls covered in moss, and the streets were overgrown with weeds. But it was not the sight of the village that took Alara's breath away. It was the sound. The whispers were real. They floated on the air, weaving around her like an ancient song. They spoke of joy and sorrow, of love and loss, of a time when the village was alive. Alara closed her eyes, letting the whispers wash over her, each word filling her with a sense of longing. Drawn by an unseen force, Alara followed the voices to the center of the village, where a large oak tree stood. Its roots were thick and gnarled, twisting through the earth like veins. At the base of the tree was a small, weathered stone, partially covered by fallen leaves. Alara knelt before the stone and gently brushed the leaves away. Carved into the surface was a name, Alden. The whispers grew louder, more urgent, as if they were trying to tell her something. And then, as if by magic, the whispers coalesced into a single voice, clear and strong. Alden, the voice said, filled with a deep sorrow. He was the heart of this village, the one who kept us together. But he is lost, trapped between worlds, unable to move on. Alara's heart ached with the pain in the voice. She had always felt a connection to the past, a deep-seated need to understand the stories of those who came before. And now, she realized it was her calling to help Alden and the spirits of the village find peace. "How can I help?" Alara asked, her voice trembling. "You must find what was lost," the voice replied. "Alden's most treasured possession, a locket hidden away when the village fell. It holds the key to freeing his spirit." With a newfound determination, Alara began her search. She combed through the village, her heart pounding with the urgency of the task. Hours passed, and just as despair began to creep in, she saw it, a glint of silver beneath the roots of the oak tree. With trembling hands, Alara retrieved the locket. It was simple, yet beautiful, and when she opened it, she found a small photograph inside, a picture of Alden and a woman, both smiling, their love for each other evident in their eyes. As Alara held the locket, the whispers grew softer, more at peace. The voice returned, softer now, filled with gratitude. "Thank you, Alara. You have done what we could not. Alden is free, and so are we." The air around her grew warm, and for a brief moment, the village seemed to come alive again. The houses stood tall, the gardens bloomed, and the laughter of children echoed through the streets. And then, just as quickly it was gone, Alara stood alone in the forgotten village. But she no longer felt the sadness that had once filled the air. The whispers were gone, and in their place was a profound silence, a silence that spoke of peace. As she made her way back through the forest, Alara knew she would never forget the village or the spirits who had once called it home. They were no longer whispers of the past. They were a part of her story now, a reminder that even in the quietest places, the past can still speak.